And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. This specific episode is very personal to me. It's extremely personal because I've told you 1,000 times or more that what Trump did to me when he and his administration, Bill Barr, the bloviated asshole attorney general, unconstitutionally remanded me back to solitary confinement, 51 days of solitary confinement. And I've spoken loudly as the warning sign, saying that what they did to me, that they will do to others. And I never wanted to see that happen. Not to me, certainly, not to you, not to anyone. And we have unfortunately seen similar instances take place over the course of the last few months. My co-host Ben Meiselas on Political Beatdown, I think he summed it up truly perfectly. Again, on Political Beatdown this week. Let me show you the clip. Play it.
And at this point, the Trump regime, they've arrested or they've detained a United States senator, a labor leader in David Huerta, a mayor in the Newark mayor, a congresswoman, a judge.
Yeah, and that's just to name a few. The newest example of what I've been warning would happen was with Senator Alex Padilla of California, sitting senator, when he was handcuffed and forcibly removed from a press conference with Department of Homeland Security Secretary, well, we like to call her bullshit Kristi Noem, Barbie nonsense, whatever we're going to call her, military Barbie. Meanwhile, while it is intense, I actually want to show you a clip of Padilla being forced to the ground to show you what Trump and his cronies are willing to do. Play that clip.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go, behind my back.
All right. Cool. One hand. Lay flat. Lay flat.
Other hand, sir. Other hand.
There's no recording allowed out here. I did not know. There's no recording allowed out here per FBI, right?
Yeah. First of all, there is recording allowed. Second of all, I'm still trying to see who these folks were that were handcuffing Padilla. Now, Padilla then, of course, went on CNN to explain what had happened to him, saying that he was escorted into the conference room. Play that clip.
Is delayed because of the folks in that press conference. From the moment I entered the building, I'm being escorted by a member of the National Guard and an FBI agent. I asked, well, since we're waiting, can we go listen into the press conference? They escort me over to the press conference. They opened the door for me. I'm standing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, where was his Secret Service? Where was his FBI agent? Where were the police that are escorting a sitting U.S. senator from that area? It's not like he's from, Alaska. Nobody knows who he is. Then he broke down why he was dragged out of the room. Play that clip.
The rhetoric just got to be too much. Not the first time, but the second time the secretary takes it upon herself to say that the Trump administration wants to liberate the people of Los Angeles from the governor and the mayor. It was just too much. And so, yes, it said who I was. I began to ask a question, and it was maybe half a second later before there was multiple agents on me. They shoved me outside. I was trying to both get my question out and not lose my balance. One is telling me, get down on my knees, and the other one's pushing me in a different direction. There was no resistance. To the contrary, I kept asking, why am I being detained? Get down on your knees turns into flat on the floor. I'm trying, but I'm being pushed and pulled in different directions. I'm finally down on the floor. They handcuff me multiple times. Why am I being detained? No response, no response, no response. Finally, minutes later, I guess somebody around the secretary realizes this is the United States senator. And they come running down the hall and finally say, let him go.
I mean, seriously, imagine, because Padilla points out, if it can happen to a senator, it can happen to anyone. Oh my God, didn't I say the same thing? Play that clip.
Again, the point is, if it can happen to me in that setting, imagine what they're doing to people all around the country. And Aaron, let me also underscore this. It's not just about immigrants' rights, which so many peaceful protesters are shouting about in Los Angeles. It's about all of our rights. The reason this crisis, this spectacle has been created by the Trump administration this week is because of all the bad headlines of recent weeks, right? Their budget bill is being exposed for what it is, gutting healthcare, gutting the social safety net to underwrite tax breaks for the rich. He certainly hasn't brought peace between Russia and Ukraine. He's losing every other day in court. He's broken up with his BFF Elon Musk. So what does he do? He distracts and he scapegoats and demonizes immigrants.
So no, Senator. That's where you're taking it too far and you're not right. He doesn't give a shit about the Constitution. They want to demonstrate, not just to you, that if they can do this to a sitting senator, that they can do it to any citizen. No different than what they did to me when they made me the very first political prisoner held by my own country, because I refused to waive my First Amendment constitutional rights. They're telling you the same thing. Don't interfere with the oppressor. Don't say anything that contradicts this administration. You want to do that? Well, motherfucker, meet the floor. And let me introduce you to my friend, Handcuffed. All right? That's what he's doing. I've been warning this now for over 5 years. Welcome to the warning show. Meanwhile, as Padilla was being dragged out of the room, Kristi Noem, what was she doing? She's just saying that she is there to liberate LA. Get a load of this. And this is her quote, not mine. The socialists and the burdensome leadership. What dystopia are we even living in? Play the clip.
Sustain and increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk.
I mean, seriously. Liberate LA from the socialists and the burdensome leadership. Why? Because they don't agree with you? Because, I don't know, posse comitatus doesn't even allow this to be going on. But like I said a moment ago, Trump doesn't give a shit about the rules, the Constitution. He's going to do whatever he wants. Get used to it. Kristi Noem also tried to claim that nobody knew. The reason this was all happening was that nobody even knew who Senator Padilla was when he came into the room. Play the clip.
Secretary.
Well, he was never arrested. And he, nobody knew who he was when he came into the room creating a scene. He was removed from the room, and yes, they started to put handcuffs on him when he finally identified himself, and then that was stopped. They said he wants to talk to you. I said, sure, I'd love to sit down and visit. So we.
First of all, I just want you to see how easy it is for all of them just to lie. They get on fucking camera. They look you right in the eyes right through the television set, and they lie right to our face. Oh, yeah, they were putting the handcuffs on, but then he identified himself. They let go. Really? I just showed you the exact video of him being pulled down to the ground, handcuffed, both arms. You see the way they're twisting the wrist? Right? That's the procedure that officers use when detaining somebody. Meanwhile, Jesse Waters also, of course, had to tout that point because God forbid Jesse Waters doesn't jump in on the lies. Play that clip.
And no one recognized him because no one knows who Senator Padilla is. He's the least recognized senator in the entire Senate. I'm sorry. So a guy wearing street clothes barges into a press conference just yards away from a cabinet secretary and starts lunging at her and screaming. Secretary Nome's security saw him as a threat, and he pushed the federal officers back. He could have been a stalker, an impersonator, or any yahoo off the street.
Wow. I mean, talk about alternate reality. I mean, I get it, Jesse. I get it. You gotta play this. But imagine, this is who people rely upon. This pathetic putz who is willing to turn around. Nobody knows who the fuck you are, Jesse. And here's the funny thing, nobody cares. The guy identifies himself. The guy's there with his own security detail. People are telling these officers bullshit, and I'm calling bullshit on this right now. Meanwhile, Midas Touch, thank God. Thank God for independent journalism. Midas Touch posted a side-by-side video proving that Padilla did announce himself before trying to ask his question. You don't believe it, Jesse? Take a look. Play the clip.
This man burst into the room, started lunging towards the podium, interrupting me and elevating his voice, and was stopped, did not identify himself.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary.
Yeah. He's got questions. Identified himself. Do me a favor. Play it again. Play it again.
This man burst into the room, started lunging towards the podium, interrupting me and elevating his voice, and was stopped, did not identify himself.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary.
Yeah, that's who he is. Now, I want to end on a clip of Gavin Newsome speaking about Padilla's mistreatment. Play that clip.
I hope we look at what happened to Senator Padilla, not through the blue or red lens, but through your own set of eyes. And just tell me that that's right. Here's the United States Senator in his home state, in a federal building, in his office building, that wishes to join a press conference, not dissimilar to this, and express himself by simply asking a question, and was handcuffed, was thrown down to the ground, the United States Senator. And anyone that knows Alex Padilla knows one thing about Alex Padilla. He's one of the most mild-mannered, decent people you'll meet. And that's not, don't just take my word for it. Folks on the other side of the aisle would acknowledge that. I thought it was a disgrace.
What they should do is they should actually suspend these three assholes that pulled the man down to the ground like that. And you know what? Kristi Noem owes him an apology because she knew who he was too. Oh my God, he raised his voice. Really. That's why I keep saying, please, help us to build this community. Subscribe, watch, keep the comments coming. I need them. And share with your family and your friends. This stuff should never take place in America. In fact, it should never take place anywhere. And as always, thanks for listening.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.